first, and this is his first televised appearance of the season. He's been battling injuries and a sickness pretty much all season. I asked him, how do you describe the season? He goes, it hasn't even been one. And I bowled the first 3 tournaments of the year, healthy, 0 since then. This week, battling an illness. It's been getting better, but it kicked back in this morning, he was telling me.
They're not booing.
And they're not saying movers.
That's how we like to start. Thank you, Norm. And welcome back to TV.
That's Duke. He's just running on pure adrenaline right now.
Walter Ray Williams Jr. looking for his record-tying 8th career major. Uh-oh.
Remember last week on television, title match against Mike Scroggins, Walter Ray got 0 breaks on television. Yeah, this shot's high, but remember the last match, Ryan Schaefer was tripping out the 4-7-10, and right here, Walter Ray leaves it, and he's like, you gotta be kidding me.
Schaefer may have taken all those breaks to the back room with him right now.
Well, he went for it, and that's okay to do early on. He just loses 1 pin and count, no big deal.
Norm Duke from Claremont, Florida, just a couple miles down the road from you, partner, and Walter Ray Williams Jr. from Ocala. There will be a Sunshine Stater in the final today.
Yeah, Walter Ray about an hour straight up the turnpike.
So Walter Ray, an open frame 8 in the first. Here he is in the second. That is more like it.
Remember, I told you at the start of this telecast that Walter Ray and Norm Duke, you could probably see them trying to play the outside part of the lane. Norm Duke was mirroring what Walter did in practice. He said, I'm just going to stay just a pinch left of Walter Ray. I'm going to take his hold area away. I'm going to burn up a nice spot for myself. See how it plays out.
I asked Norm yesterday, what if you don't make the exemption cut? And he said, it's not an option. It is not an option to not make it. I will not build plans around failure. Back-to-back jacks for the Duke.
Battling injuries, illnesses. It looks like this morning, not only is he feeling ill from what appears to be bronchitis, some type of viral infection, but it also looks like he has a stiff neck again this morning. He battled that a couple of weeks back. He's been going to chiropractors like it's been going out of style, just trying to get himself healthy to give himself a fighting chance to keep his tour card.
Was at the chiropractor Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Also battling a nasty left calf injury.
What injury?
He's a bad mammal. A bad mammal.
He said, though, that he managed himself incorrectly. Should have stayed off the lanes a little bit longer. So eager to get back. He's like, I think I'm back. I think I feel good. And then maybe a day or two later, the calf injury would kick back in again. He said, I really should have just walked away for a while. Here's Walter Ray Williams Jr. The 7th championship round of the season. 2 times a winner, 2 times a runner-up. What have you done with the real Walter Ray?
Back to back. 4-7-10s on the right lane.
Wow.
And so far, Norm Duke's plan is working to perfection. Walter Ray thinks this is a good shot, but Norm Duke's playing out there as well, and that part of the lane is drying up a lot faster than Walter Ray's anticipating.
Second open frame 8 of the first 3 rounds.
Unbelievable.
Down 46.
Now, sitting here, it looks like all Walter Ray has to do is just parallel left, meaning move his feet a couple of boards to the left, move his target a couple of boards to the left, and get a little bit left of where Norm is. But it's hard to second guess the greatest player in the world. I mean, he knows what he's doing, but you got 2 guys playing the same part of the lane. One guy's going high, the other one's going high flush. Just move a little bit left of him.
Duke, with a 46-pin lead, has started off with 3 consecutive strikes Now looking for our first ham bone of the afternoon.
Tape, please.
Well,
and you hear Norm asking for tape. This is not something new for him.
no, and Norm, he likes to get a certain feel. He's very particular, very meticulous with the tape in his thumb hole. And Norm's one of the few players out here that doesn't switch to a plastic bowling ball to shoot his spares. He uses the same ball that he uses on a strike ball. Bad break on a 3-bagger, leaving the 4-9.
Okay, buddy.
Right now, all Norm Duke wants to do is stay clean. Let's see if he can slide the 4 into the 9.
Never mind.
I heard a couple sniffles there as well in his follow-through.
And interesting that Norm used that bowling ball to shoot that spare with. It's not a spare ball, it's not a plastic ball, but yet it's not the ball he's using on a strike ball. His road to making the championship round, defeated Chris Loschetter 4-zip. Beat some pretty big names there, including defending champion Doug Kent.
Leaves the 10. We asked him about the lanes here, and it was interesting, Randy. I thought he said this building is 10 times more important than the oil pattern that they put on these 80 lanes. You know, so many different parts of the lanes that play different. You really have to learn this building, but once you do, it becomes consistent, and those oil patterns mean almost nothing.
Yeah, it certainly helps to have experience in an 80-lane center.
And there's Walter Ray looking on and staring at an early hole he has dug himself. They've been around Norm Duke the last 24 hours. You feel like you need to be carrying a can of Lysol.
Oh. Norm could use a little triage center back in the locker room to kind of help take care of all of his injuries.
Good thing we had him mic'd sound full for the blowing of the nose. Extra audio does have its negatives at times. There we go, Walter Ray. Much needed. An understatement.
And his first mark on the right lane. And he can get right back in this match with a strike here in the 6th. Cut the lead to 22. Put a little bit of pressure back on Norm Duke.
There will be no double.
Double wood.
Wow, thought it felt really well.
Liked it off his hand, leaves it 2-8. That's not a good sign.
So he's gonna try and take down this sleeper.
Unbelievable.
Nice bowling term there, Rob.
I've been waiting for that one for the last 3 weeks.
Oh,
my.
Testing the water out there, Mr. Williams Jr.
Just a little bit. 32-pin lead for Norm Duke, who's sniffling and sneezing and shuffling his way here through the second semifinal of the Denny's World Championship. The conclusion of semi number 2 when we return to Indy. It has been a less than dreamy semifinal for Walter Ray Williams Jr. Norm Duke right now with a 32-pin lead as he opens up his effort in the 6th frame, working off a spare after an open frame in the 4th. Walter Ray Williams Jr. has uncharacteristically already thrown 2 open frames. Way heavy.
One's burned up.
Through the nose.
All right, but now he knows that he has to make an adjustment on that lane.
One's definitely burned up.
And you can hear him saying, it's burned up now, it's burned up. So he's going to parallel in off of that shot right there.
It's definitely burned up. Take the spare.
Norm Duke looks to like he's running on empty right now, like he's on E, and he's just running on fumes. He looks physically exhausted. He hasn't been here in a long time. It's his first telecast of the season, and he's less than 100%.
Found the pocket that time. He opened up with 3 strikes. That's his first since the 3rd frame.
He's only missed the pocket once, and that was 6-frame right lane where he left the 3-6. He's got a 4-9 and a 10-pin. All the rest are strikes. Walter Ray looking for his 3rd strike and his first double. Not going to happen.
Wow. My ball ripped so bad on TV.
Walter Ray had the #1 average this week, has the #1 average on the tour. This is 11th top 10 finish of the season.
Hey!
And 5th straight, and he is in no mood to talk about how well things have gone for him this season, because things are not going up to his standards today. Not even close.
Well, he said it. My ball reaction stinks today. It's awful. Somehow try to find a way to get the ball to hook up into the pocket the way you want. Maybe a little bit more rotation from the line that he's playing so that the ball can drive through the 1-3 pocket.
And you see he, again, is wearing that right wrist brace. Been wearing it since El Paso. Much better from Walter Ray. Talk to him about that wrist. That's been bothering me. It's sore. Even when I wear it, usually he just throws it on during warm-ups. Kind of similar to a tennis elbow type brace. Doesn't know if it really helps, but as he says, it doesn't hurt. As long as I don't lose feeling in my fingers, I'll keep it going. Here's Norm Duke. Feeling it here in the 8th, up 30. 1.
Yeah! Huge!
That messenger came with some venom.
Huge, huge shot. Norm Duke working on a strike. He's got a 31-pin advantage. He knows he can take a huge lead and watch the head pin go to the sidewall and take the 10 out. It goes down like a keg at a frat party.
So now a double for Duke as he opens up play in the foundation frame, the 9th, looking for a 3-bagger.
Norby said the right lane now is hooking more than the left lane, and that directionally looked like a really good shot. It just had a little bit too much pace. Norm Duke now looking at shooting or converting the 2-7, maintaining a big lead. The best Walter Ray can shoot if he strikes out 9th and 10th is 203. Norm Duke is in the 2 teens right now.
Another nice spare pickup.
So no matter what Walter Ray does in the 9th and 10th frame, if Norm Duke marks in the 10th and gets reasonable count, he's going to bowl Ryan Schaefer for the title.
Well, we've seen Walter Ray perform in clutch situations before. That looks nice.
Wow, that's pretty sad. Really sad.
Sounds to me like Walter Ray made the wrong decision on how to play the lanes. All of a sudden, he saw something with that shot right there.
Me? 10 pin? First time ever.
Now, we saw him miss a single pin 10 pickup a couple weeks back.
Yeah, but that's like a lunar eclipse. It happens like once every how many years? Come on, you're an astronomer. How many years? We just had one the other night.
I know. I actually watched it.
Jason's still here?
Walter is going to throw it with two hands. He's so crazy.
Get there. Get there.
Well, Norm Duke needs to stay behind the foul line, keep it on the lane, and he's going to bowl Ryan Schaefer for the title.
Yeah.
Officially over. 182 if he throws both shots in the channel. So Norm Duke will advance. Take on Ryan Schaefer, and he's had a lot of success against Ryan. 6-0 on television, to be exact.
But nobody has really been able to figure out these lanes today. I mean, Schaefer won with a 204-158 victory. The best in the world, Walter Ray Williams Jr. walks away with a 180.
It's down to make this. Get another shot.
Norm Duke tried a different bowling ball to get a little different look there, and now left himself in a pretty tough square. He wants one more shot.
Get them all.
And he'll get it.
He's going to look at another, maybe a ball change or an alignment change to see if he can get a little bit better look on that right lane. He's going over to the other rack to find another sphere to see if he can get a little bit different look. See what this one looks like. Very aggressive bowling ball. Early rolling, not a lot of back end.
Think we'll see it again?
Oh no, he left a flat 10 and we don't like leaving flat 10s.
208, 180. Duke moves on. 208 is your high score for the day. So Duke will move on to the title game where he'll take on Ryan Schaefer. When we return,